Hi everybody and welcome back. My name's Alison, the online piano and the online violin tutor. I'm going to take you through a really super duper easy violin tab tutorial from Crazy in Love by Beyonce, and that is the arrangement that she's done for the new 50 Shades of Grey film. So, as usual, I've written out a violin tab that you can print out yourself, and the link to where you can get this is going to be in the description bar directly underneath this video. So if you want to know how to play Crazy in Love from the 50 Shades of Grey film, then grab your copy of this and let's get going. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is quickly just take you through the tab for anybody who doesn't know how tab works. Now basically tab is just a really super duper easy way of being able to play tunes if you're not necessarily great at reading music yet, or don't read music, or you've just started out on the violin. So ideally you need to know the song first, because that's how tab works. The words will dictate the rhythm, so if you don't know how the song goes, then this isn't going to be for you, because then you won't know what rhythm or how to play it all. So you do need to know how the song goes in order for the tab to work. But basically the words will dictate the rhythm, so if you know the song you'll be able to know the rhythm. And then above the words you'll see numbers. Those numbers refer to what fingers you're going to be putting on the violin and at what point, i.e. what word you're putting whatever finger on. And then above that will be some letters, and those letters will tell you what string those fingers have to be on. So for example, if you look at the start, I look and stare so deep into your eyes, you've got 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, that's all on the A string, and then you've got an open E, and then in your eyes is a 2, 2 and a 3 on the A string. So that's basically how that works. And then what I've done is split it into verse and then the chorus down here. And then I have put a little note at the bottom saying that it is an arrangement. So it's kind of chopped about a little bit and everything. So it is a little bit different, but you know, play the verse, the chorus, however many times you want to, in whatever order you see fit. Just one other little thing, these notes that you have at the side here, these refer to the second fingers. So the second fingers will go in two places. They will either go back, which is next to the first finger. So the second fingers go in two places. They will either go back next to the first finger, or they'll go stretched next to the third finger. And that's really important that you get that right, because if you're playing a stretched second finger and it should be back, then it isn't going to sound right. And it's also true of the first fingers, which it says here in the red writing. So your first fingers are going to be back towards the nut, or the where you feel the ridge of the nut of the violin. So that's how far your first fingers need to be on the E string when you've got those. So that's it with the tab. Now let's get on with the playing. So I've already done a music video to this, so I won't be giving you the full performance on this channel, but if you want to see the video performance of me playing this, it will be on my other channel, and that'll either be with an annotation coming up here, or if you can't get annotations on your mobile device, then there'll be a direct link underneath it as well if you want to see the performance. Okay, so starting off with the first line, I look and stare so deep into your eyes. So that is a second finger, which is back, as we said, on the A string. And then deep is an open E. In your eyes are on the A string, 2, 2, 3, and that's a back 2. And then I touch on you more and more every time. Open E, back to A. When you leave, I'm begging you not to go, that's on the A string. Going over to the E, back to A. And then call your name 2, 3 times in a row. And that's back on the A string there. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. What you might just have to remember is that I have just done an arrangement of this. So if you feel that some of the notes need to be with a finger 3 instead of a finger 2, or you want to change the rhythm a little bit, absolutely go ahead and do that. If you feel that there's a better note in a better place, that's totally up to you. This is just one way that I've tried to translate Beyonce when she's singing into actual music. So sometimes when you're playing a violin, and this might not sound strictly as she might singing, but obviously I've had to condense it into a much easier version, so it might sound ever so slightly different. But if you think you know better, then totally go ahead and do that. Let me take you through the chorus. So, got me looking so crazy right now. So it's a back 1. This must be a back 1, or it'll sound like this. That doesn't sound right, but actually the chorus is quite sensible. Actually, the notes do go quite well with the rhythm and the fingers and everything. So Got Me Looking So Crazy right now is mostly on the E string and on the A string, and it's just 1s and 3s. So Got Me Looking So Crazy. And remember, that second finger is still back. It's not back close to the first finger because the first finger has moved. But if the first finger was on the dot, then it would be next door to that as well. And then basically it just carries on. So that's pretty much it. I think what I'll do is give you a close-up of, say, half the verse and half the chorus as well. So this is the verse. So that's pretty much it with the verse. It does go on a bit further, but I'll cut to the chorus. I mean, that's pretty much it with that one. It's probably the quickest violin tab that I think I've ever done, and the quickest violin video that I've ever done. But I mean, that really is it. That really is it. Once you got the hang of these tabs, and once you know the words for the rhythms, and you know what note, you know what finger to put above it, and what string that's going to be on, the tab is just so self-explanatory, which makes it absolutely perfect for complete beginners. I've got loads of other violin tab videos that I've done as well, so don't forget to check those out. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.